Macho John Nad in Nashville, North Carolina. One of my favorite spots. Rugged downtown, but it's open in between two main streets, but it's on Saturday there's nobody here and it's interesting terrain. I like to come here, it's a PowerPoint for me. Yesterday I had a disastrous first date with a woman I wanted so much that although she turned out to have an incredibly huge brain that I couldn't even follow, I attempted to follow, even though what she was saying made no sense to me. It might have been too smart for me, maybe, or maybe cracked, I'm not sure. But she was so self-focused that she never asked a question about me in an hour. Didn't care, wasn't interested in me, hurt my feelings. I realized afterwards that, although I've been saying for years that I don't need guidance from outside because I get it directly from Spirit, my lust to have a relationship with her, I'm hungry for friends, but also to have sex with her, made me do something that I shouldn't have done. I threw myself away and became her slave and was a wreck afterwards. So this morning, life gave me a whole lot of lessons about men and my relationships with men. My father never was close to me and I was insecure as a man. But in my 30s, a girlfriend said, "You're a man's man, aren't you?" And I knew I was. 6 brothers, fraternity, Catholic seminary, VA hospital, where I did get injured by a Vietnam vet. And then I was about to move into working with corporate titans at AT&T. So I was fashioned to be good with men, and have had led or been part of men's groups forever. But my addiction is to women. So this morning, the guy around the Salvation Army shelter who I've most enjoyed disliking, big, blowhard, full of himself. Yesterday he gave, out of the blue, even though I know he dislikes me as much as I dislike him, he gave me a Dr. Pepper, nice cold one, non-diet. He was reaching out to me. This morning I couldn't get the cap off the CBD oil. I just popped $85 for it because it could help me with my arthritis. I couldn't get the cap off because of the arthritis in my fingers, and he popped up. I said, "Could you open this for me?" And he did, and I thanked him. Then I heard later that he was leaving today. He's going back to Maine. He's always showing off that the cold doesn't bother him. So I thought, I've got to say goodbye to him. I've got to give him a blessing on his way out. I went down to the dormitory looking for him, and the only person down there was a little Latino kid. I said, "You were sent down here to talk to him." He called me sir, and I said, "You know, at a time that I've been pissing off a lot of people around here by the stuff I say, you've been nice to me. Thank you." We had a fist bump, and it was good. Then I went looking for Josh, and he was out on the fire escape he had his coat on, but I didn't. I didn't have time to go get my coat. I went out there, and I'm a little wussy man about the cold, but it was fine. I had a chance to say, "Wish you well. Take care of yourself. You're a good guy." And I also had real strong encounters out there talking with Justin, my friend. I had a chance to say to him when he described an experience he had in the woods with an ice storm, I said, "You're a natural mystic. You always have been. You're receptive to those experiences." And he's the guy around there who most I want to have as a friend and I want to support. And then Michael, who's another really good guy, very talented, play the piano like a whiz. He's the head of maintenance for a whole big hotel here. He was telling me about his old lady is now in the UK and he sends her money, but it's making it hard for him to afford an apartment. I said the first time I ever asked a homeless guy, "What's your story? how'd you become homeless? He said, well, I broke up with my old lady. I let her have the single wide. Now I'm homeless. He said, yeah, it's my story too. Because all that slowed me down, I came through the reception room when a movie was on that captured me. It was about the fashioning of a superhero, confronting his fears and becoming more than he ever could be. And Kevin, the security guard, who I just said to him, you're good at what you do. You could be a cop. He says, I don't want to be a cop. I said, you'll be good at whatever you do. So he came out and I said, what's the name of this movie? He said, Batman Begins. I've been wanting to watch that movie for a couple of years. I need to watch it now. We're always beginners, aren't we? Beginner's minds, then. Realize how much you don't know. The meaning of being a wise old man is to realize how much you don't know. God, you're getting that point across to me. Thank you.